Jansen Harris here with the Just Good Network. Joining me is one of the best Falcon content creators, pound for pound, today in Atlanta, Antwon Smith, Smitty Sports Machine on YouTube. Go subscribe to him. Literally, he breaks down everything about the Falcons. He just dropped a video a couple hours ago on Thomas Dimitroff. What's up, man?
What's going on, nephew?
Chilling. I had to bring you in because there's not many guys who cover the Falcons like you do. There's not many guys who know in depth what's going on, and you consistently know what's going on, man. Love everything you're doing on Twitter. Love what you're doing on Facebook. And I had to ask you, do you still think, and I know you've been critical, I watched a couple videos ago, you were talking about Matt Ryan, how he needs to be better. Do you believe he's a top 10 quarterback in this league today?
Well, to be honest, I think he's a top 5 quarterback. And I'm going to say that because, you know, when you talk about leadership, numbers, you know, a locker room guy, he's that guy. And if he wasn't a top 5 quarterback, I don't think they would have paid him $150 million. Now, I know he gets a lot of flack from analysts, fans, but Matt Ryan comes to play every single Sunday. If you watch that game in Green Bay, he was the best player on the field for the Falcons, hands down, and that wasn't even his best game of the year.
Absolutely, man. So far, 7 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. And the key thing about this is Calvin Ridley had that drop. He would have had another touchdown pass, but Calvin Ridley, who was targeted 5 times, he played awful, had that drop. Let's talk about Dante Fowler. I don't think he's been that good this year so far. Big money contract. What's your thoughts on him?
Well, I think the Falcons' defensive coordinators, I think they have to find a way to utilize his talent. They have to start being creative on defense and move him around. I think that's the only way they will get, potential out of him. Because what he's done the first 4 games is kind of reminds me of Ray Edwards, and I hate to say that because he's a supreme talent, and I know Fowler could, easily be a top sack man in the NFL. So if they get creative with him, switch up the scheme a little bit, I think he turns it around pretty quickly.
Do you think he needs more stunts? Do you feel like maybe they're playing him too much? Maybe not on third downs. We've seen Charles Harris have success, or is it injuries? Do you think all that kind of plays into effect? Because I know you're talking about the scheme.
I think they should just move him around. I've seen in L.A., he was more effective when he was lined up next to Aaron Donald. And in Jacksonville, when he played next to Calais Campbell, I think, that played a role in his effectiveness. And also, I've said this a million times, I think he's a better 3-4 outside linebacker than a hand in the dirt, defensive end. So that's why I say they have to utilize, switch up the scheme, use a hybrid 3-4 defense. I think you will get the best out of Fowler if you do that.
Okay, cool. Let's talk about the Panthers and Falcons this Sunday. The Falcons are 0-4. The Panthers, they are 2-2. Since Christian McCaffrey's been out, they've won 2 straight games, which is a surprise to many people. Now the Falcons' last 5 games, Matt Ryan has been pretty hot. 9 touchdowns, 1 interception. They've been pretty successful against the Panthers. Do you think they make it 6 in a row?
I think so. I think one thing that works in their favor, I think, as you said, is Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan knows how to play, against that team, even though they have a new coaching staff. A lot of the players are still there, from last year. They got rid of a lot of players. But it's time for the Falcons to snap out of it, get in rhythm, and find a way to win. No matter if it's pretty or ugly, they need to find a way to win this game.
Do you think Matt Ryan will be clean this Sunday? We know that the Panthers' pass defense, they've been pretty good. They're 7th in the league. Do you think he goes into this game maybe being more secure of the ball? We know Julio Jones, he's kind of injured. I'm expecting Calvin Ridley to play and for him to catch more than 0 passes. Do you think he'll protect the football this week?
I think he can do it. But to anyone's surprise, I think his best bet is to find Hayden Hurst. I think he didn't do that against Green Bay, and I felt like their linebackers were the weakness of that team, and he didn't attack that. So this week, I think it's the same thing. Kuechly retired. Shaq Thompson is still there. But their linebackers are young, so he has to exploit that. Him and Dirk could have to exploit that and use Hayden Hurst, whether it's in the seams or, post routes or anything they can find and utilize, that disadvantage.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining me, Antwon Smith. Hey, everybody, go follow him at fatboyslim_21, FATBOISLIM_21 on Twitter. You will not be disappointed. He has the best in-depth coverage on the Falcons each and every day, literally. Also, Smitty's Sports Machine podcast on Spotify, and also Smitty's Sports Machine on YouTube. Go subscribe to him on there. Thank you, man, for joining me.
No problem, man.